Hey, good morning, Teddy Ball Game. Good morning, Pattie Panthers. Today is Friday, October 23rd, 2020. Welcome to school and welcome to the Pattie Morning Show. Here is your encore rotation for the day. At this time, boys and girls, if you would please stand for the Pledge of Allegiance. I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. You may now be seated. Thank you very much. All right, boys and girls, you know, Friday this year means the Pattie Sports Show is on. So I have my co-host, Teddy Ball Game, right over there. What's going on, Teddy Ball Game? You were muted, my man.
First technical difficulty of the year. I've got myself muted, but we are
you
ready
owe
to
me
roll
$5
here,
for that.
Yeah, $5. You got it. Hey, Deluch, it's good to be back here today. Second show of the year. Excited to keep these going this year. So we're going to get started right away here. We got World Series is starting up, Deluch. We got the Los Angeles Dodgers defeated the Tampa Bay Rays 8-3 in Game 1 of the World Series. Mookie Betts led the Dodgers with 2 hits, 2 runs scored, an RBI, and a walk, filling up that stat line. The Dodgers are hoping to win their first World Series title since 1988, and the Rays are trying to win their first one ever. So, Deluch, what were you doing in 1988?
1988, Teddy Ball Game, what are you doing to me? 1988, well, 1988, I was 9 years old, probably in 4th grade about that time, and probably really into baseball by that point and playing outside a lot. You know, back in the day, Teddy Ball Game, that's all we did. We played outside all the time. Manhunt, whatever kind of fun games we can just figure out, playing sports outside. So that's probably what I was doing in 1988. The World Series should be a good one, man. Are we making predictions now? Or are we making predictions?
Yeah, you can make
later?
a prediction, definitely.
We ready for that? Because I want to hear
Dodgers
from you.
or Rays?
I'll tell you what, you always put the Luch on the spot. I want to hear from you first. What team is taking the World Series this year, Teddy?
I'm going to go with the Dodgers. I think it's the Dodgers year. I mean, I know they're up 1 game already, but I just think, you know, they've kind of, last year they were in the World Series. They had or 2 years ago, cheating scandal and all that stuff with the Astros. I just think it's going to be the Dodgers year this year.
Hey, man, I mean, you know, they did an amazing thing coming back and beating the Braves, right? And Deluch was wrong about that last week. But you know what? Tampa Bay's got some magic in them. I can't name more than one person on that team, while the Dodgers are full of stars, but Tampa has some magic. And what I know about magic, which comes from belief, boys and girls, that's a team that believes in themselves, and that can overcome talent any day of the week. So I'm actually going to go out on a limb and pick the Rays on this one.
All right, so we'll see who's right at the end of this.
Yes,
I got the Dodgers, you got the Rays. Moving over to the NFL, we got the Tampa Bay Buccaneers. They trounced the Green Bay Packers. Kind of surprising, 38-10. Not really surprising that the Bucs won, but just that they absolutely destroyed them. Tom Brady, 166 yards, 2 touchdowns, 1 going to his old pal Rob Gronkowski. Ronald Jones, the second, not the first one, the second one. He added 113 rushing yards, 2 TDs, as the Buccaneers gave the Packers their first loss of the season. Tampa Tom has taken a lot of heat to begin this season, but at 43 years old, I think he's still got some magic. What do you think, Deluch?
First of all, Packers loss. That means a win for the Bears, and that means the Bears are tied for first place in that division. Just saying. But to answer that question, Teddy Ball Game, let me tell you something. Tom Brady's 43 years old. Deluch is 41 years old. Deluch has plenty of magic left in him, and he's not slowing down one bit. So age means nothing. The problem is you still need a great team around you. I have the best team in the world around me right here in this building. Tom Brady, it's going to take the rest of those guys on that team to also play up to that level, which they did against Green Bay, but they don't every week.
Right.
So if they can be consistent with that and he can get that team around him to his level, he could do it till who knows what age. But yes,
Right.
he still has the magic.
And we got a little bit more football news. The Pittsburgh Steelers remain undefeated with a 38-7 victory over the Cleveland Browns. And the Tennessee Titans also remained undefeated with a 42-36 overtime win against the Houston Texans. These teams face off this weekend. Who does DeLuch think will come out on top in the matchup of these two out of the last three remaining undefeated teams in the NFL?
Teddy ball game, when you ask me who's going to win, anybody or the Steelers, I pick anybody. I'm so tired of the Steelers. I want them to put away their towels and relax a little bit. I'm going with the Titans.
I will say this, though, those Steelers, man, year after year after year after year, they never seem to have down years. You know, their down
it's
years
frustrating.
are good years for every other team. I'm going to go with the Titans, too, though. I just think Derrick Henry is the best player in the NFL right now. That guy is like a defensive end who they give the ball to, and he just rolls people over. I don't know that I've ever seen a running back quite like him. Would love to have the Eagles have him. That guy's just amazing.
Agreed.
Finally, we got fantasy football news. Teddy ball game fell short again this week. Lost to Miss LaBelle and Mrs. Smith, 147-127. But DeLuch defeated Mrs. Anderson, 106-89. Mrs. Kerbaugh remains undefeated, closely followed by Mr. Gilbert and DeLuch. So what do you think of the fantasy football season after this weekend, DeLuch?
Teddy ball game, I am polishing off the fantasy trophy. Do you know why? Because it needs to be clean when I put my name right there as the champion. That's what I think about fantasy football. Hey, staff, teachers out there playing fantasy football along with us, better step it up because you can't let the Luch get that big of a lead. It's going to be hard to catch up. That's all I got to say, Teddy ball game. I'm just going to keep polishing this trophy.
Yeah, I just hope that I can win a couple more games this year. But I tell you what, I'm not giving up. I'm going to keep playing each week, making sure that those guys are put in there, following the commitment, making sure that, I have my team set and that we're ready to roll. Win or lose, you still got to keep trying and you make those commitments. You stick to those commitments. So
good, man. I appreciate it. Good lesson there, Teddy ball game. That's absolutely true.
All right. Well, that's all I got, DeLuch. Great to see you again. And everybody out there, have a great Friday. Back
Good
to you,
see
DeLuch.
you, Teddy ball game. And hey, way to stick up with your stick with your commitment to hosting this show with me too. So yeah, thank you, my man. That's awesome. Boys and girls out there, teachers, everybody out there, have a great day. Have a great weekend. And don't forget, together we are Pattie Strong.
Wow.